Last year, we had Chef B running these up at the last minute. This year, we actually got these folded. Anna was just folding these. They're freshly folded programs, so make sure you get one. It's kind of important how I thought about revitalizing this whole thing. I was trying to clean my garage about 3 or 4 years ago before I became the director. And I found the last one that we had done since 1991. Okay, so I actually have the names of the teachers from 1991, so you never know when this is going to turn up, so it is kind of an important thing for you. If you look at the support page, which is on the back, the support page, again, there are people there that have been important in your school years, in your high school years. I'll point out some important things. So basically, Anna, the clerk in my office, you know her, you see her, you sometimes get her to track me down and do all kinds of things, and she usually has to deal with these last-minute ideas that I have, and we try to get it done. You have Mr. Bigelow, Mr. Silva. I don't know if you see Mr. Silva too much, but he's handling the technology behind the scenes. Mr. Bigelow in charge of this space. Nathaniel, who I just met him today, I guess officially, and he takes care of the sound for us, so thanks to Nathaniel. And last on that list here is Ms. Melo, who she's become the CTE support person. I see a couple of her people here that she tries to keep an eye on so that they progress into their senior year. Dragged her into DECA skills and just overall CTE support. The one that usually doesn't make this is Mr. G, Mr. Gagnon from Visual Design, because I guess he doesn't want to show support for himself by putting his name here, but in the past week, he's helped put together the programs, certificates, and everything else. So I think we're going to give him Friday off. He's taking a personal day anyway, but we'll give him Friday off, so that's great. Okay, so just moving into kind of an accomplishments thing. New school, new programs, new ways of doing things. That's pretty much become the CTE department the last 3 years or so. I'll just list some things that I wrote down here. So we got DECA off the ground. How many people know what DECA is? All right, so that's the goal for next year, to get everybody to know what DECA is. So it ends up being Skills USA for the marketing type people. We can also get Skills USA people involved in it, or regular CTE people, but we started slowly. 12 students went to an overnight districts down at the Cape this year. One of them progressed to the States in Boston and actually finished 7th among other schools that have been doing this since DECA started. So that was quite an accomplishment. And that was William Sylvia, but we weren't able to track him down today. I think he's out for some reason. The next is Skills USA. So we had 14 stay overnight at the districts, at the states in Marlborough. 2 had qualified for the districts, and the rest came out of this e-board idea that we've had to get people more involved in skills and try to make some decisions about where we're going to expand and how we're going to go forward. There were 2 that qualified at the districts, and the rest kind of got out of their comfort zone. The rest of the 14 that decided to take on a challenge and to actually compete in something that they really weren't comfortable with. But for most of them, or for all of them, it worked out. So Haley Pereira, she took a 3rd in Cosmo, just one short of going to the Nationals. And Diana Hernandez also competed in the States, having made it in the district. Sophomore Taylin Gomes, a sophomore. She finished 3rd in her demonstration skills area. Again, just one short of competing in the Nationals. And junior Megan Prue, with her distinctive voice, finished 1st out of 32 in the job skills demonstration area, okay? And hers was about the EpiPen. So again, that area, the job skills demonstration, was pretty much owned by vocational schools. And when they saw a comprehensive school like Durfee, that's not a full-time vocational school, they really took notice, and I think it was put out there that we're pretty much for real as far as competing in some of these events. So Megan will be going to Kentucky at the end of June and competing for Derby again. Just a few other things. There are new programs that are in the program, kind of for the second year, engineering and marketing. Again, marketing being the first year we're trying to officially get it off the ground. And construction craft laborer will be a Chapter 74 program next year, which gives them different status as far as the frameworks and the lessons, and actually the affiliation with the laborers union, which is very important for students going forward in their pathways. Okay, so now we get to the area, the reason everybody is here. We're going to end up doing the senior awards. I'm just going to mention some senior awards that happened during senior award night. The top CTE students for this year both came from the engineering area. Again, it's really its second year of being a Chapter 74 program. It would be Ben Menezes and Emily Pacheco. And a leadership award went to Haley Pereira for her accomplishments in leadership in Skills USA. And she's been so important as far as leadership. I actually asked her if we were ready to go today, and she said yes, Mr. Jersey, you can start. So that's a good. So now I'm going to have the teachers come up. We'll try to do it program by program, say a few words about their program, and present the certificates of completion, which again, you want to take a picture of, scan, or file away if you ever need it in the future, as far as to show an employer what skills you've received here, that you've completed a program, and that type of thing. It's a good conversation starter in an interview. So, first of all, there'll be a little bit.
Hey, Ray.
Oh, no.
Can I use my superintendent glove?
Yes, hey, I will sit here and listen. So, let me, listen, I'll say something. No, you're going, okay.
All right, listen up, everyone. Can we get a big round of applause for Ray Medeiros? And this is true. 3 years ago, when I became superintendent, the school committee said we really want you to focus on CTE. We hired Ray that year, that first month when I became superintendent. And we focus on building programs. And now we have 90 seniors within 9 programs graduating with certificates. 31 years ago, this year, I too earned one of these certificates. I was a drafting major in Newton North High School, which just like Durfee is a comprehensive high school with vocational programming in it as well. Smartest thing I ever did. I never went into drafting, joined the Marine Corps, ended up going to college, taught history, but I still use those skills each and every day. I'm building the largest high school in Massachusetts right now. I just left a meeting where we have the drawings on the wall, and I was able to figure out what's going on and explain to them, how do you know this? I said, I was a drafting major. Don't pour there, pour over there. Now think about this for a second. Connected education. Graduating from high school, prepared for college and career. Going to school to do hands-on learning. Celebrating progress and success by competing both statewide and national. This is where we develop the skills that are going to make us successful in life. Right now, we know that 75% of graduates in the Fall River Public Schools, 6 years later, only about 19% are completing college within that cohort year. Now, if you're not completing college, and you don't have a skill, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Nothing. Good answer. Get an A for the day. Now, granted, I'm not saying you're not going to do anything, because there's other things you can go into, and if you're creative, there's a whole market out there just for creative technology and creative thinkers. But the skills, and I talk to elementary school kids, middle school kids, how important is it when you're looking at Durfee High School to think about the entirety of Durfee High School? We talk about sports, we talk about arts, but the CBTE program is the real strength of this high school. Now, we've got amazing educators that teach these classes. We've got great resources. I'm building a new school. We'll open a new school in 2 years with all new labs for CVTE and construction and cosmetology. I'm going to have the world's greatest restaurant and culinary program and marketing and all of the things that we do, engineering, design. So when we think about when you're in middle school, you're like, oh, I want to go to Diamond, or do I want to go to Durfee? You got a choice, because we got great programs too, compatible with what's happening at Diamond, who are our friends in this organization and in this work. BCC now has natural pathways for all of us to matriculate up to if that's what you choose. But here's a little secret. You don't understand how many kids that I talk to in 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade that don't even know that about us. And what I need from you is to spread the word. Spread the word in the neighborhoods, on the sports fields, in the churches, wherever you see young kids about the opportunities that we have here at Durfee. This is an amazing school with an amazing staff. And you guys are the trailblazers. Is this the largest group we've ever had? The largest group we've ever had. So that's two in 1 week. I got the largest number of CVTE graduates, and I also had 96 graduates Monday night from RPA. I'm thinking about how I can get more linkage between RPA and my CVTE as I'm moving forward. Expand programs. I want to give you guys opportunities. I want to give you guys options that are real. Sitting in class all day, is that fun? English, math, science, social studies. Is that fun? No, what's fun? CBTE is fun. Doing stuff is fun. When I go visit classrooms, if it's a science class and they're actually doing something, I see 100% engagement. When I go to a math class and you're doing a worksheet, guess what I see? Earbuds, trying to sleep, not doing it. Hands-on, connected learning makes school fun, and when school's fun, you show up every day, you do better in all your classes, your GPA goes up, you feel good, you get a date to the prom, you're having fun. So, I gotta go do the boring part of my job, which is not this. But I just wanted to say to you how proud we are. We got graduation coming up Friday. We're gonna have a great high school graduation here at Durfee. You guys are the trailblazers. I need you out there talking up Durfee High School, talking up the opportunities that we have, and making sure that all the kids know about the options that we have. Our staff is the best in the world. The best in the world. I put up against anyone. And you parents out there who are here today, make sure that you're also helping us. Because look at the programs in marketing, engineering, design. Now we got this brilliant linkage between construction craft and the laborers union. You know what happens when you go in the laborers union? You know what happens? Okay, you start off, you're making a ton of money, and they're giving you the college savings plan and the annuity and health insurance, and in 3 years you're making like $70,000. In 5 years you're making upwards of 100. And guess what? I got a construction project out here that's at least 3 years worth of work. So think about those opportunities. It doesn't always have to be the way you think it needs to be, meaning there's multiple pathways to success, college and career, and guess what? You don't have to pick one or the other. You can do both and more. You hear what I'm saying to you? All right, glad you're sure. All right. Guys, we love you. We want you to be safe. We want you to be smart. Don't make bad decisions. Be good. And if you need help, you come back and we'll give you help. Got it? You good? All right. All right.
again, some more applause for one of our biggest supporters of CTE. And since I didn't know he was here, I hope I did a good job. I'm not sure. I'll have to watch the video. Okay, so we're going to start with the teachers and the certificates. We'll start with early education and care because that's the first one that's here. Instructors, Ms. Ferreira and Ms. Garcia.
We had a wonderful group of seniors this year. I can't say enough about them. They spent most of the year in community affiliations, working with teachers and administrators and daycare staff, almost the whole year. And they were professional, they were dedicated, they, really cared about the children in the community that they worked with. Some of them getting to their affiliations even earlier in the morning, 7:30, 7:15, very dedicated group of young ladies. And we're going to miss them very much. They're all going on to post-secondary education, but many of them have already been offered positions where they affiliated at, so they can work and go to school at the same time. So, congratulations. Deja Lee Alps. Elizabeth Bigelow. Holly Borges. Kayla Borges. Alyssa Cabral. Gina Camacho. And last but not least, Shelby McCarthy.
Okay, thank you. Next, we're going to jump over to visual design. So I'm not going from the left to the right, but we have a teacher that has to go back to class. So, Mr. Gagnon, Ms. Lawler.
How's it going, everybody? Well, last year the superintendent wasn't here, and I was
Pretty disappointed.
I was disappointed, and I was able to give the star speech. So he stole all the words out of my mouth. But I want everybody to give yourself a round of applause. Come on, give it up. You are part of a select few that not only took on the academic challenges, but also was able to complete a CTE program to make you college and career ready. So again, give it up for yourselves. You guys did an outstanding job. The visual design program this year had a couple of outstanding achievements. We had senior Jillian Contois receive first place in the Skills USA t-shirt design competition. I don't know if Jillian's here. No. We had another senior, Sally Ann, who partnered up with the STAR organization and completed a marketing, all the design, marketing materials, t-shirt design for a program called Me Before Yous, which encourages students to participate in healthy activities rather than resorting to substance abuse. Sally Ann, I see you back there. Big round of applause for Sally Ann. And another proud accomplishment, I don't know if he's here, Patrick Katz was accepted to the combat camera program in the United States Marine Corps. Is Patrick here? Give it up for Patrick anyway. He's part of the 1%. Very proud. So, on to the graduates. See it, Jonathan Califf. Come on down. Patrick Katz, who's not here. Samantha McCauley. Samantha's continuing her education over at BCC, and then she's going to transfer over to Mass Art, which is my alma mater up in Boston. I know she's got the creative talent and will to achieve. Is Evan Michael here? Well, if you know Evan, give it up for Evan's going on for a degree in communications. Will Nelly Rivera. I guess my seniors didn't get the multiple emails, and once their seniors are checked out, that's it, they're checked out. Sarah Orabona. Oh, there she is. All right, I didn't think she was here. Sarah is an amazing illustrator. She's going on to continue her education over at BCC. You'll be reading her graphic novels one day. Jillian Contois, I don't think she's here, but another graduate. Jillian's going to Amherst to study architecture. And last but certainly not least, Celianne Rees-Sierra. Standout designer, community activist, and star employee at Staples. Thanks, everybody. Again, all you CTE, round of applause.
Next time we'll put Mr. G before the superintendent. That'll work out well. I gotta keep score here, so we'll proceed down to health assistant next. Ms. Cabucio, Ms. Pittman, Ms. Pimentel.
Good morning, everyone. The Health Assistant Program accomplished quite a bit this year. Students from the senior class are walking away with many certifications. They got their nursing assistant certificate through the American Red Cross. They were certified in Alzheimer's care, OSHA, first aid, CPR, AED. And they have participated in affiliations in the community, which is required for state certification at Kimwell Rehab and Nursing Facility, and also at St. Anne's Hospital. Each facility that we went to offered all of our students employment. So our programs are certainly a gateway to networking in the community, and gives the facilities in Fall River an opportunity to see the ability of the Durfee High School programs and what we have to offer them. And it's a nice feeder program for facilities here in Fall River. Many of our students are working at Kimwell, and I know some of them have applied at St. Anne's and will be working there also. And of course, post-secondary education is important to the group because many of our students would like careers in health, either as nurses or in radiology, phlebotomy. There are many fields in health that you can pursue. It's a pretty focused group. So we'd like to call them forward and recognize them. Raceland Aguiar. Karenya Campbell Sanchez. Joyce Marie Delanoy. Cynthia Medeiros. Brenda Moniz. Heidi Pope. Destiny Canada. Molly Dusnap. Celine Medeiros. Gabriella Paiva. Mackenzie Santnowski. Nada Cardozo. Mrs. Pittman needs a tissue. Do you need one too? And Tyler Sheehan, who I believe is at work. Thank you.
Thank you, health assistant. No better pathway in gaining that entry-level skill that can develop into anything. As I understand, they probably all could have been hired at a nursing home when they finished in February. So I'm going to ask Mr. Damaris to come down. I don't want to forget him like I forgot Dr. Malone when he snuck in on me, but I'm sure he has some words of wisdom.
No pressure, right? CTE students, this is amazing. You know already that you work harder than everybody else in the building because you're running a concurrent academic schedule as well as in your CTE major. So you're already working harder. We're charged with sending you off college and career ready so that there's options. Some of you have already decided you are going to college as the next step. Some of you are already working in the field related to what you studied here through CTE. Whatever your pathway is, don't stop working hard because it pays off. Don't stop learning because you can learn something every day for the rest of your life, and that's how we improve our lives and the lives of those around us. CTE students have better attendance than the rest of the school. CTE students, generally speaking, have better behavior than the rest of the school. CTE students have a higher graduation rate than the rest of the school. So you, whether you realize it or not, already set yourself apart from the others. So for that, I congratulate you, and for that, I recognize the hard work that went into that, not only on your part, but on the part of your parents, your guardians, your friends, your extended family, and of course, the hard work of your teachers. So keep going, keep making us proud. For those of you that are non-seniors sitting here, watching what's going on, they're the examples to follow. Thank you. Have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Mr. Damaris. I think I'm going to delegate more next year and let Dr. Malone and Mr. Damaris do all the talking, because they're putting me to shame. Okay, next. What's up next? Cosmetology. We'll just go according to the program. Ms. Torres, Ms. Caballo.
Holy shit, I won. Nice. I said it was going to do it.
I'd like to congratulate our 2019 senior class. You've completed your 4 years of high school along with the requirements needed to complete the cosmetology program. We have watched you grow from beginning freshmen to mature young ladies. I look forward every day to coming to school, opening the door, and greeting you into that class. I enjoy teaching, celebrating holidays, especially Christmas, and the greatest day, which is when I wished you congratulations for completing your 1,000 block hours in cosmetology. We have had many laughs and shared great experiences throughout the years. We are also proud of each of you. We have one more task ahead of us, our cosmetology state board exams. I'm sure you'll continue to make us proud, and you will all receive your cosmetology licenses on July 2nd. McKenna, Ayala. Courtney Barboza. Diana Hernandez. Michaela Medeiros. Belle Monis. Shirai Morales. Haley Pereira. And Marilise Estrella Torres. Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, thank you, cosmetology. For another reason, I am going to mix this up a little bit, so it's always good to throw a curveball to teachers. Construction craft laborer.
First off, I want to say congratulations to all of 2019 students graduating. It's been a long 4 years for the construction program. All the changes we had in our curriculum has past year learning new curriculum, but you guys hung through it, stood by our side and stood in the program. All of the seniors in the construction craft program graduated with the OSHA 30. A few of them did the Mass DOT training, which they got more certifications on. But it's been a long 4 years. You guys deserve a round of applause. CJ is not in. CJ. Nico Aruda. Terrence left. Nico left. Jacob Chronister. Brendan. Lewis. Jason. Lindsay. No Jordan. No Enrique. Monica Tebs. Last, Jeffrey Cabral.
You know that? He was a junior in freshman. He was our grade in freshman year. But he moved up.
Thank you, construction. I'm just going to guess all the construction people are out working today. That's why they're not here. I think next year between Mr. G, Mr. Medeiros, Mr. Torres, we're going to have an attendance challenge for the senior award ceremony. One thing that I know of is that Monica, through her hard work in the construction program, is going to get an opportunity to join the electrical apprentice program at the Navy base if everything goes well. And her education at New England Tech will be paid for. So great job, Monica. Okay, next, Mr. Harrington with environmental science. Again, somewhat of a new developing program, and we did get some seniors to the finish line.
Thank you. Yes, I was very privileged to work with a great group of seniors this year. It was kind of a small group, but everyone had a real sense of humor. We had a lot of laughs in that class, but they were also able to be serious when they needed to be. As a new teacher at Durfee, I kind of told them at the beginning of the year that, they were going to have to teach me as much as I was going to teach them. They were sort of my teaching assistants, trying things out, helping me to figure out, everything I needed to know about Durfee and about teaching in the CTE program. So we had a great year. Some of the topics that we covered in environmental this year were water quality and treatment, soils. We did a unit on weather and atmosphere, forestry, wildlife and aquaculture. The students played a big role in maintaining all of the tanks and animals in the classroom. We did renewable energy, sustainability, and the final project of the year was to develop, design and build a terrarium with all the components of habitat needed for the plants and animals that were in there. So that was a great project to end the year on. I'm not sure who's here, but I'll just read off the names, and anyone who's here can come on up. Emmanuel Depina, Maya Manla, Justin Peng, Samuel Figueredo, Alexander Mendonca, and and Raymond Torres.
Great, thank you. Nice job, Mr. Harrington. I'm sure some of your students are taking care of the animals right now, so that's a good thing too. Okay, next. I'm going to go with marketing, which is a similar program, a new program that really hasn't got to fully develop yet, but we're working on it. But we did have some seniors that accomplished some real good things this year. So, Ms. Wool.
As Mr. Ramirez mentioned, the marketing program was new. I'm also a new teacher at Durfee, so in the same boat as Mr. Harrington. And like him, I think the biggest service that my students did this year was being guinea pigs. So we were testing out all the different things available and deciding which ones we liked that I'll be putting into the curriculum for the years to come. So they did virtual business simulations, they did online personal finance simulations, they also did social media simulations and a lot of other things. In addition, I had a course called School-Based Enterprise, which is supposed to run the school store, except that student government was running the school store. Next year, we will be running it. So my students managed to create a business of their own. We did something called the Promposal, which we ran for 2 weeks, and had spent 2 weeks preparing for that. And the proceeds from that were used to fund the DECA program. So, looking forward to the coming years. In the new school, there is going to be a dedicated school store with a classroom. People who work in marketing or take courses in marketing are prepared for careers in retail, in purchasing, in customer service. Companies like Amazon and Wayfair are looking for you if you get out of high school with a certificate that says you have training in marketing. So again, as with all of the other programs, this is something people are looking for. I'm pretty sure I know at least one of my seniors, in fact, is at work. He texted me to let me know, so he won't be here. One of them is taking grandma to the doctors, so good for family values, and I do have one person here. In addition to the certificates, my students are going to get a stole for having been members of DECA during the year. This is to show my appreciation for them having worked so hard as DECA members and also to help promote DECA for future years. Tyson Arkenbald. Damian Hernandez. Jolton Gonzalez. Mohammed Zarak Khan. And Patrick Ramos.
Thank you, Ms. Wool. I see Mr. Carrera in the back. The school to career, an important initial pathways for you, some of you people. Maybe we'll bring him up here and say a few words, or I'll bring the mic back to him. How's that? Hey, welcome, Mr. Carrera. He's very shy when he gets the mic, so.
Hi, good morning, everybody. First of all, congratulations to all of you. Remarkable feat that you've accomplished, getting these certificates and moving on. Most importantly, you've learned many skills in your program, soft skills, interpersonal skills, employability skills. And that's what a great credit to all of our educators in our Chapter 74 and CTE program. So just a big round of applause for my friends, our faculty, for what they do day in and day out. So what I get to do is be part of School to Career, where our seniors have an amazing opportunity to go into the workforce and showcase, what you've all learned and done. So I'm not going to sit up here and give you a million words except for congratulations. You're ready. Use the bridge of life. Move forward. And be proud. Most of you, if you're all seniors here, Durfee alumni, what a great feeling. So the best to all of you on future success. Thank you.
Thank you, and we'll be continuing to reach out to Mr. Correa for those entry-level jobs that are important for the areas that you're in. Next program. He's been waiting for it the whole time. So engineering technology. Ms. Black, Mr. Lobo.
So, first say I'm really glad you with the students in school. Well, I also talk to my kids, so I just want to say, everybody, good job, everybody. First, congratulate you. Our students, our students work really hard. They do AP classes. We have some of the brightest in the whole school. We do competitions, one after the next. Good. All right. So they do competitions. We do search. We do skills. We do mate. We do actually search just over the weekend. We went to Washington D.C. We had a blast. They walked for like 30 miles. We also do VEX. So we just want to give you as much as possible, as many opportunities as possible. And all of you worked extremely, extremely hard. Julie, you very, very hard, guys, and yourselves, and all of us are very, very, very proud. So we just want to say thank you for a great 4 years. Some of you were just like this short, like not too long ago. I was really proud of you guys. So come on up, ready? All right, Ethan Resendiz. I don't think he's in today. Alex Mora. Callahan Sang. Come on up. Nathan Camaro. Richard Torres. Come on, Rich.
Just a good time to
Josue Hernandez. Ethan Camaro. Eric Ponce. Ronald Roger. Ethan Ferrero. Baron Swizek. Sam Etafei. Amanda Sampson. Kelly Sensei.
skipping chemistry for this?
Jordan Yu. Cameron Cito. Emily Pacheco. Dave Price. Come on, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Benjamin Menendez. Anthony Lund. Thank you.
So I think for the juniors, there's another challenge. I think engineering has been practicing this all week, so next year is a challenge. We can practice this whole lively thing going, so that's great. So as he said, last but not least will be the culinary department. Chef B, Chef Yaz, and Chef Mike. Okay, so they couldn't decide who was going to speak because they've been cooking all day long, so I'm going to say a few things about culinary. Well, we know Abby's here, so get her certificate, it's all set. So, for me to say something about culinary, they're across from my office, I'm in there a lot, and it's kind of an integral part of our CTE brand. And it's had a large transformation in the last 3 years. From public luncheons, student breakfast, after-hours serving, cleaning, all types of things. They've done Whitson events, the Staff Professional Development Day, Culinary Day at Morton. Some of them took place in the MRE Challenge, which you're taking the dried food that the military used and turned it into an elaborate meal. So that was another thing this year. And then Skills USA, we actually had 3 people present a culinary demonstration of what they do with the public and that type of thing. Another thing, I mean, actually, two seniors, Alex and Brian, actually, for the first time this year, we had them. Yeah, okay, Alex and Brian, go ahead. We actually tried something out. We had an alumni group come in for a meal, as we tend to do, and basically put the 2 of them in charge of organizing, carrying it out, serving the food, and all that type of thing. So that was a great start. Okay, so let me go through the names here, unless you want to. Yes.
All right, we'll start with Tylea Starks. Brian Conklin. Cynthia Johnson. Abigail Malave. Atia Rivera. Nayeli Rosado. Shandavi Sop.
Yes, Nani!
Liz Rodriguez. Alexandra Peters. Dennis Kinsella. Jalaris Correa. And last but not least, Jakaya Calhoun.
Thank you, culinary. Nice job getting excited at the end of this. Okay, so before we finish this up, I see one person in the back. Kind of a strange connection, but it's Mr. Grant from the freshman office. If you do look in the back of the program, some people may say I just left it here from last year, but it says in memory of Mrs. Claire Melanson, who organized and inspired the inaugural CTE Awards event, the ceremony. So, because I'm like wicked old and I was around in 1991 here, Mr. Thran's grandmother kind of inspired me, and we helped her set up one of these first ceremonies. We didn't have a second one after that, but always keeping that in mind. So Mr. Thran for about 3 words, because he said he doesn't want to talk.
I just want to congratulate everyone on the awards and your hard work over the last 4 years. As Mr. Medeiros said, my grandmother helped build the health assisting program in the early 90s, and then helped train Ms. Cabuzio, who has been running the program ever since. It's important to me and my family and the rest of the Durfee community, as my grandmother passed away in October of 2017, and this award ceremony that Mr. Medeiros wanted to bring back last year was really kind of in honor of her. It keeps her memory going. And the hard work that you all do every single day with your vocational programs and certificates and what you do after high school is all going to be in memory of her, your hard work, and those that have supported you along the way. So thank you to the students, your family, and the staff for all the hard work that you've put in the last 4 years and all of your accomplishments. Congrats.
Mr. Thran. So, just one more kind of round of applause for the teachers, because, you know, they teach all day, they stand up in front of you and instruct you all day long, but doing a ceremony like this sometimes isn't something that comes natural. So a great job by the teachers for the whole ceremony. So just to wrap this up, of course I did put some notes because I keep jumping around here, but what I would have to say is to keep in touch with your teachers, keep in touch with the school. It's always good to learn from your experiences going forward. And I guess you could say, as the superintendent said, do us proud in your pathway or whatever path you should choose. If you do need to know what's going on at Durfee, with your programs, with the new school, there's always the Durfee CTE Twitter page. That's where you can go back now and find a lot of photos and events that you participated in. If they hadn't been doing the spelling bee rehearsal here, we might have had a slideshow with all those feeds on it. For the juniors again, that may happen next year if somebody inspires us to do that. So the last things, for the seniors that are here today, oh, this is going to be a challenge. We could try to go up on the stage and take one big group photo. I know the superintendent always appreciates these massive photos with 90 people in it. I don't know who's going to take that photo, but we can try to figure that out. And then again, there were refreshments put out there by the culinary department, the hardest working department in the school. I'm just saying. But the culinary has put together some nice things. Thank you very much.